Hi everyone, this is Jennifer from A Homemaker's Life, and I have another hot topic for you today. I'm doing several of these today, and hoping I can get them all posted at the same time. But there's just a lot going on that is really upsetting me. I've touched on it in a couple of other posts about gun rights, and I'm going to push further into that in this one. The hot topic today is gun rights. Let me start off by saying I believe in the right to bear arms and I support it 100%. And I know if you've watched any of my other videos, you've heard me say this quote before: when the government takes away the citizen's right to bear arms, it is the citizen's right to take away the government's right to govern. That is by George Washington. But I think that is very important, especially in this election. People need to see that. And for these people that are supporting this anti-gun act that is going on and taking away the citizens' guns, let me go ahead and make one thing clear. If a bad person wants to get a gun and do something bad, they're gonna do it. Taking away citizens' guns is leaving them vulnerable. Is taking away their right to protect their family. If someone was to come up and try to say a terrorist wants to come over here and kill a bunch of people, they don't have to have guns to do it. There's other ways that they do it. I mean, just look back through history at the many ways that guns were not involved in killings. The 9/11 attacks, for instance, planes were used that killed many people. I mean, car bombings. You can even go all the way back to a terrorist attack way back on Wall Street. And not the 9/11 attacks, but the World Trade Center attacks way back. A car bombing. There's so many ways that these people are killing people other than just guns. There's chemicals, there's poisons, there's so much that people aren't thinking about. How is taking someone's guns away going to do anything about all of that? It's not going to do anything. Taking away someone's right to protect themselves is just like throwing one lone chicken into a pen full of wolves. With the way the world's getting now, people need their guns. People need to be protected. And at the rate it's going, they don't want nobody to be protected except them. How convenient is that? Why should they get protected? And no one else. Why should they get this special treatment and get their Secret Service and they have guns, but no one else has guns? Why do they have the right to be safe, but no one else does? I don't understand anyone's logic in thinking that gun rights should be taken away from people when they see how bad the world is getting. And with gun rights, it is a constitutional right that was set forth years and years ago. So you're going to break the Constitution. That just goes to show what stupidity we have that's running for presidency. Taking people's guns is not going to solve the problems that we have. Yes, we have stupid people that do go and kill people with guns. But let me tell you one thing. It probably wouldn't be quite so bad if our law enforcement would get where they need to get fast enough when something goes down. Don't be scared little wimps sitting outside this building when you have one person in there that is doing all this atrocious things and sitting out here hiding behind your cars. Oh no, what's going to happen? No, you get that SWAT team, you go in there and you take that person out. Save those people's lives. Don't let people keep getting killed because you're afraid. Now, if you're in law enforcement or this, that, and the other, you should know what you're getting yourself into. You go out on the front line. You go out there. You stop those criminals. Not sit back and wait till they decide that, oh, they're going to give up or they're out of ammo. Now we can go do something. No. No, no, no. You go in and you take them out. I mean, I've seen a post today. It was at some school. I don't even remember. It was at a university, and there was a shooter with a shotgun in like the lobby of the school, and a kid, well, not a kid. He was grown. He was 22, so he's grown. But a student at the school comes running out of the back room, pepper sprays this man in the face while he's got his gun in his hand, and tackles him to the ground. Takes his gun from him. Did that take police officers to do that? Nope, sure didn't. Just some random citizen. A random student that's seen it and wanted to make a difference. Wanted to save lives. He took the gun from him and got it away from the shooter. And then, guess what? The shooter pulled out a knife. A knife! He was going to kill people with a knife. He didn't care. So the kid come running back and took him out again. Seen another post. A man with his carry concealed license and permit, able to carry his weapon with him, was about to get robbed. This man pulled his gun on the robber and made him get down on the ground. The robber laid down and did not rob him. And then the man called the police. Took the police 5 minutes to get there. So the man was laying on the ground, the robber was laying on the ground for 5 minutes before the police finally got there. And if this man had not had his gun on him, he would have gotten robbed and probably beaten. And you want to take our gun rights? You want us to have no reason to fight? Why? What are your plans once you do that? Once we have no way to fight back, what are you going to do? And these people that are all against, yes, take the guns away, take the guns away. We need gun-free zones. Okay, for one, where the Orlando shooting was at Pulse nightclub, that was a gun-free zone. Guess what? The shooter brought a gun in anyways. He brought a gun in anyways, in a gun-free zone. That little sign that says gun-free zone is not going to stop somebody. Just like passing a law that says you can no longer have guns, you need to turn your guns in. Okay, so you're going to have the real citizens that are true and heartfelt Americans are going to have to turn their guns over. But do you think these bad people are going to turn their guns in? No, because they're probably illegal guns anyways. Then we're all just sitting ducks. Please think about the right to bear arms and what our government is trying to do to us before you go and vote for somebody that is wanting to take all of that away from us. And think of what the consequences could be once they do take that away from us. There is already talk of martial law being enforced. Martial law. And for those of you that don't know what martial law is, it's pretty much turning the government into a dictatorship. We will no longer have a democracy. It will be a dictatorship. We will be under the rule of the law. Like, they can do whatever. And do some research on martial law. Do some research on that. please and thank you. Do some research on that. Because once you see that, and then you get to thinking about these gun rights that they're trying to take away from everyone, maybe you can put two and two together if you are one of these that are supporting the anti-gun law. You might be able to put two and two together and rethink your decision on that. And personally, I believe that some of these things like anti-gun law or the gun laws and stuff like that should be voted on by the people. It should not be voted on by the Senate, because you've got people sitting up there in their big easy chairs making big bucks, and they're just going to do whatever is going to benefit them. They're not thinking of the little people. They're not thinking about us. They're thinking about themselves, their pockets, and their buddies. Do your research, please. Don't go into this election naive and uneducated. Please do your research. Have a good night and God bless.